Hello and welcome to Van TV Media. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with your friends to get daily updates.
Welcome back to Van TV Media, guys. If you're new, please just consider subscribing to the channel and turn on the notification bell so that in case we do upload any story, you'll be the first one to view. My people, Donald Trump and Ibrahim Traore. You know, Ibrahim Traore, since he came into power of Burkina Faso, he decided not to work with the West countries. He only decided to work with Russia and not to work with France. So Donald Trump has said send a convoy or diplomat to Burkina Faso so that they can ask for forgiveness and start working together and cooperate with Burkina Faso. But Ibrahim Traore never appeared. Ibrahim Traore didn't go to the meeting on discussion about what was sent by Donald Trump to discuss on. Just dive in and see what was all about.
In recent reports of diplomatic interactions between US President Donald Trump and Burkina Faso's interim leader, Captain Ibrahim Traore. In a notable development, Trump dispatched an envoy, Will Stevens, to Ouagadougou to deliver a message of respect and potential cooperation to President Traore. However, Traore declined to meet with the envoy, signaling a preference for national sovereignty and a cautious approach to foreign engagements.
Initiative of President Donald Trump, the U.S. Undersecretary of State for West Africa, Will Stevens, is received by the Minister of Foreign Affairs. Karamo Koyamari betrayed Donald Trump's envoy. We have a relationship in respect, and respecting the sovereignty of each country. To work together with Burkina Faso, we want to work together with Burkina to build a pragmatic relationship and try to find places where we can collaborate with each other, where we can work together to address the challenges. During this hearing, both parties have explored different areas and cooperation opportunities. Like trade and security, the objective is clear. For the American part, you have to die at all costs. Bilateral relations between our two states. That's why Donald Trump's envoy do not comment on the English general's words. I come today with a positive message. I come today with a positive message. Sest un message. That we want to find places where we can collaborate, build our own mutual trust, and find places where cooperation, economic and humanitarian, in the areas of security cooperation, economic and humanitarian. The head of diplomacy has also provided clarification on the vision and the principles that now guide Burkina
in its cooperative relations, maintaining that the authorities are engaged to build strategic partnerships that allow us to build a sovereign nation.
This incident reflects the broader context of Burkina Faso's recent foreign policy shifts. Since assuming power in a 2022 coup, Traore has emphasized self-reliance and distanced the country from traditional Western allies, notably France. His administration has fostered closer ties with Russia, aligning with a pan-Africanist agenda that resonates with many young Africans disillusioned with Western influence.
U.S. Ambassador to Burkina Faso. In the offices of the Prime Minister, a Polish man, Joachim Sonkolim from Temela. The American diplomat is at the end of the mission and reflects his appreciation to the head of government, Burkinabe. One opportunity for her to tour the areas of cooperation between the two countries. We are engaged in several sectors.
Here in Burkina Faso, we are one major contributor for humanitarian assistance. We are committed to in the development, for example, in the health sector, the agriculture, of education. We work with the departments and also civil organizations in the fields of development, of human rights, etc. And also, we have many cultural exchanges and exchanges between people. So people can go to the United States and the Americans can come here in Burkina after Sandra Clark.
One delegation of the Burkinabe diaspora takes place. With her, also. The first, words express gratitude to the government. One recognition for the organization involved. Last of the diaspora, Forum 2. The delegation recalls the commitment of the Burkinabe living abroad in favor of the motherland. The diaspora does not come back here. IUH to Master Kanasu. But in to our brothers and sisters, all of you, so that together we can build this country. So that means that among us here, we already have partners in the different areas that are here with us, who are business leaders. And that means that we already have woven relationships from this forum, and a lot of initiative is yet to come. So that's the purpose of our visit. We met His Excellence, who was very impressed, who also gave us the necessary advice, who even taken to heart the reorganization of the diaspora Burkinabe living abroad.
The delegation says to reassure the support of the Prime Minister and its government account for the mobilization of all Burkinabe from outside. It is clear that now freedom of enterprise will exist between Burkinabe, and it is the quality of the service that will make the difference, convinces the delegation.
It's important to note that some circulating narratives about confrontations between Trump and Traore have been debunked. For instance, a widely shared video purportedly showing Trump mocking Traore on live television, followed by an immediate retort from the Burkinabe leader, has been identified as false and likely generated using artificial intelligence tools. In summary, while there have been attempts at diplomatic outreach from Trump's side, Traore's responses underscore his administration's commitment to an independent foreign policy and a focus on national development.
So my people, you see, United States, France, West countries, they declared that Africa won't work without them. We Africa, we depend to them so that we can grow. We African, we depend to them so that we can have a future. Now you've seen, Donald Trump has seen the impact on why the impact after Ibrahim Traore decided not to work with United States and not to work with the rest of the countries. And you see, without them, Burkina Faso is progressing well. Without them, Burkina Faso is being ruled well. Yet, you remember the other time, General Michael Langley from United States said that Ibrahim Traore was supposed to be arrested because Ibrahim Traore is using Burkina Faso's gold to protect himself. This was the statement that brought about the attention all over the world, not only Burkina Faso. Most people came out in large number defending Ibrahim Traore for the sentiment that was brought about by the General Michael Langley. So you see how West countries said that without them, Africa will not proceed. Africa will not grow. Africa needs them so that they can grow. And now you've seen the president of United States, Donald Trump, has decided and has felt the pinch and has felt the impact of not working with Burkina Faso. And Ibrahim Traore is the man who don't tolerate nonsense. Is the man whom whenever he decided to do something, he usually do it without him being compromised, without him being looking down upon what he has decided. So this is the way we African, we are supposed to handle these West countries. We are supposed to see the way Ibrahim Traore is doing, so that we African, we can eliminate and prosper and grow the way Burkina Faso is now proceeding. Because you see, most of the resources that are in Burkina Faso, they were all taken away from Burkina Faso. They were all being used by those West countries. So most of the West countries are admiring. Most of the West countries are eagering to have partnership with Burkina Faso. So Ibrahim Traore, we know, is the only man who controls Africa, and he will be the only man who will control the rest of the world by his decision, by his plans, by him trying to make the unity among Africans. Guys, just drop your comment and tell us, what do you think? What can you say about the only man in Africa called Ibrahim Traore? What is your opinion on this man called Ibrahim Traore? Because we see is the man who can change Africa. If all African leaders come together, if all African leaders will agree to work with this man, Africa will grow. Africa will make it. Because you remember, we heard that the businesses in France were closed. Businesses in France were closed in the way that there is nothing taking place there, because there is no raw materials, there is nothing, because raw materials were coming from Burkina Faso, and Ibrahim Traore blocked the raw materials from going to France. So this is the full impact that United States has experienced during the absence of partnership with Burkina Faso. And guys, remember to subscribe to our channel so that in case we get any story, any update, I will be telling you, and I will be making you to know whatever happens in Africa and the rest of the world. And guys, let us meet in the next video. The best thing is that subscribe to our channel, share, like, and guys, let us meet in the next episode.
Hello and welcome to Van TV Media. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with your friends to get daily updates.